And it is live. Alright, another special edition of the Dave's Had Enough show. This is the Nintendo E3 Live Event 2014 recap, review, whatever you want to call it. I got some special guests. I got a newcomer that's never been on the Dave's Had Enough show. James, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad to have you, buddy. You're one of my great subscribers. Always comment, supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I got the Old Dirty, my buddy.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, fellas? Old Dirty, he's back.
And I got the one and the only Mizzah.
Hey, fools, it's Mizzah T. You know who I be.
Glad to have you back, buddy. I really do appreciate it.
Glad to be back.
Alright, I think Nintendo's E3 live event was probably, and I'm being honest, it's the best one out of the three. I did not see Ubisoft's, and I did not see EA, so I can't judge them. But out of the big three, I think Nintendo won it, it's safe to say. I'm going to let everybody go first. What did you all, first question is this what you expected from it? Did you get more than you expected? Were you underwhelmed? Like, were you not happy with it? What's the, how do you feel about it, Old Dirty?
I felt good about it. When I started watching it, you know, you got a little quirkiness with Iwata and Reggie, you know, doing a little, I guess, Dragon Ball Z, going into Smash Brothers for the 3DS, but overall, as they kept showing different games and stuff like that, you know, like that's you know, that's cool. You know, Nintendo is, you know, is putting stuff out there, even though they don't have third party. You know, they putting stuff out there. You know, so it was looking good.
That's for sure. What do you think about it, Mr. T? Did you were you happy with it, or you in the mixture, or?
I was thoroughly impressed with the, you know, because you just don't know what you're gonna, you know, expect, because this format for Nintendo was so new. It was a little bit lackluster last year. Let's be honest with that. But you know, they were testing the waters, and I felt like this year they got it right all the way around the board. And man, there were so many games. I'm sure we're gonna go over those, but the format was amazing. Like Dirty said. The opening was awesome. You know, the Robot Chicken stuff was amazing. You know, of course, I love me some Robot Chicken. You can see my influences there. So, and yeah, I love the fact that they do a couple of shots out there at certain fans, certain types of fans, and as well as the media. I love that.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. I love that. They showed they got some bite still, so that was amazing. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, you know, the details, but all in all, it was a awesome event for me.
Yeah, they had Bowser and Princess Peach fighting over donuts, and he's like I kidnapped you 80+ times. And, you know, I thought it was great. What did you think about it, James? Were you satisfied with it, or did you not happy with it, or?
No, I was completely satisfied. I agree with T. You know, the direct last year was kind of lackluster. You know, I was going in expecting the same, but man, they hit it out of the ballpark.
Hey, I was. My thing is, I was. After watching, I didn't get to see all of Microsoft's. I got to see mainly all the highlights and about pretty much almost the whole thing. And then last night I watched the Sony one with Old Dirty, Dark Holy, RXL 209, Wolflow. We all watched it. We did a live reactions. I was happy with it. A lot of people I see on YouTube had mixed feelings about it, but when I watched the Nintendo one today, when I got home from work, I was glued. I first seen it at work on my phone, and it wasn't coming in clear. I was watching it live, and I was like, you know what, I'll just watch it when I go home. And I was amazed by it. I was very proud. You know, Nintendo, it was about time they, you know, I think they stepped their game up. They took shots at the other, you know, the competition, and they had games to show, you know, that are coming out this year. You know, and I thought it was great. What was like, well, let's go over in the beginning what they showed. They started out with like Reggie and Iwata like pretty much battling each other, and they showed Super Smash Brothers U. One thing I did notice, the release date for Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS is October 3rd, 2014, and then Super Smash Brothers U, they put holiday. Weren't they supposed to release it this summer? The 3DS?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had supposed to release it this summer. I was surprised when I seen that date.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, the Nintendo is real funny about that. Like, the summer would have been basically the last day of summer anyway, which is September. So, so technically, if you want to get technical, it's a month delay as far as the 3DS goes. But, yeah, I think when people heard summer, they were expecting July, August at the latest.
That's what I was thinking for
right.
the 3DS. So, holiday, we're assuming it's going to be December, right, you'd say?
Yeah, I have no doubts that obviously the 3DS one's coming out earlier, so I have no doubts that the Wii U version will be December because they like to drop. Traditionally, they like to drop the Smash Brother games in December. They did that for Melee as well. So, yeah, I mean the 3DS one, I guess I'm a little disappointed, but not really, because my anticipation is for the console version anyway. So
that's where I'm at, because this would be my first Smash Brothers I ever get into, because I've been wanting online multiplayer games for the Wii U. I'm big into online multiplayer, but I was big into Nintendo single player games in the past. But I do like online multiplayer, and I'm really enjoying Mario Kart 8. I think it's one of the best online multiplayer games I've played in a very long time. And that's why I'm going to give Super Smash Brothers U a shot. I think it'd be fun. I have a lot of good friends that I play with on the Wii U that I actually enjoy a lot more playing than I play on the the PlayStation 4. I've been having just a lot of fun on the Wii U lately, and that's why I'm picking up. I never got into the Smash Brothers thing, so I'll be new at it. But I'm happy for it. The 3DS, I don't have one. It's not saying I'm not saying I'll never pick up a 3DS. I'm not big on handhelds, but I'm looking forward to the Wii U version. What about you, Old Dirty? Are you pretty happy with it coming out October 3rd for the 3DS and the holiday for the Wii U?
Yeah, that's cool with me. When I heard about the 3DS version, it looks good and everything, but I wanted the Wii U version. But seeing that I might just have to go ahead and get both versions. You know what I'm saying? Get the 3DS version, play it, and then when the one for the Wii U comes out, pick that one up also. Because I'm thinking it's going to be a little different experience on the handheld and the home console.
Yeah, I would think they would be different. Are they compatible at all, or?
Yeah, well, Nintendo, they haven't said exactly how, but they did say that they will link up in some way. That's all pretty much they've said. But yeah, I was wondering, like, I'm gonna get both versions because I move around a lot of travel and I can't bring my Wii U everywhere I go. So for me, playing it on the handheld version on the go is an awesome option for me. And I did the same thing for Monster Hunter. So I'm used to that, double dipping, if you will. So, who else is? I was wondering who else is probably gonna double dip on that.
No, I am as well.
You are James?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Lately, with how I've been enjoying the Wii U, I want to pick up a 3DS. I don't know. I mean, I still want the Xbox One too, but I don't know. I probably end up. I don't know. I'm enjoying the Nintendo so much lately with the Wii U with Mario Kart. I don't know. It kind of brought my Nintendo, gamer self.
Fanboy.
Yeah, it's coming back. I don't know. I was a little upset with Nintendo for a while, but I'm pretty happy with them lately. Nate's trying to get into the call. Let me send him an invite. He's messaging me. Hold on. All right. Yeah, and okay, so everybody got the answer to that question, right? Pretty sure. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm still new at all this. The other thing that they showed that was pretty cool was the toys. What are they called? The Ambi or something? I can't remember the name of them. Amiibo. Now
Right.
with that, you're gonna be able to, like, if I'm playing Super Smash Brothers U, I can, like, I have like a, different figure that has saved data on it. That's what it was explaining on the live event, that it will save data. Does it build up a character or something, or?
Yeah, well, basically what Nintendo was saying is that you're gonna be able to basically train your fighter, and all the stats and all that will be, if you so choose, be saved to your amiibo figurine. So if you wanted to go over a friend's house or something like that, you can easily just bring that character, that amiibo figurine with you, and download it onto your friend's game, so you can play from their house or whatever. So that's a cool little extra feature, I think.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty cool. I wasn't expecting all this, like the toy things, like the amiibo thing. I was blown away by this whole live event. How's it going, Nate?
What's up, big dog?
How you doing, buddy? What we covered so far was we covered the whole thing with Reggie and Iwata. They were fighting. The Super Smash Brothers U and the 3DS version is coming out October 3rd, 2014, and the Wii U version is coming out holiday. Were you happy with that, Nate?
Dude, I'm like on cloud nine tonight. I just wished I had a big bottle of bubbly with a nice, long stem glass and a couple of bunnies on both sides. I just feel like I'm a millionaire tonight.
And then we talked about the amiibo toys that they're going to be doing, how you can, like, if you're playing Super Smash Brothers, you can put your character in the game they showed and it saves data. I thought it was all pretty cool. Did you think that was cool? Were you happy with that?
I just want to say one thing. I called it yesterday after watching that dismal PlayStation event. I'm sorry. Anybody that thinks that PlayStation event was entertaining literally seriously lowered their expectations so that they could be entertained.
No, do not touch that!
I like the PlayStation event. I was happy with it.
I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm just saying that by the time it got to the point that they were talking about TV, I wanted to go back to playing Minecraft.
Well, a lot of people, they want all these things, but, I will give it to Nintendo. They showed nothing but games, but we knew Sony's going to do something like that,
But here's the thing. Nintendo stole the show today with one game. Starts with a Z, E-L-D-A. They stole the show.
We didn't get to that yet. Hold on, Nate. All right.
They stole the show. It's over. And then at the end of that, you see a blurry vision of Star Fox, and then they turn it at 12:40.
Now, are we even short? Hold on. We didn't even get to that yet. So
Go back. We'll get to it.
All right. The next thing they showed was the I guess the Yoshi Woolly World. Is that what it was?
Yeah. And that looked amazing.
What did you guys think about that? I actually thought that was pretty cool, believe it or not. I thought it. Now that's for the Wii U, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I
want there to be a collector's edition, and you get that little plush, crocheted Yoshi. I want that as a collector's edition.
Yeah, that would actually be really good.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, it'd be a boss move. That's pretty smart. Yeah.
That comes out 2015, and it actually, I think it looked pretty good. I don't have no complaints with that game. It's all about Yoshi. I thought it was gonna be Yoshi's Yarn or something. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
That was a tentative title. They were gonna call that at first, but they changed it to whatever they called it, Woolly World or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever gonna be Yarn Yoshi. I thought that was, like you said, it was a tentative title, and they just didn't want to reveal the main title yet, or they didn't have it yet. But I think they just wanted you to know, what type of game you were going to get because of Kirby's Epic Yarn. So I think they wanted to get you ready for that kind of a game. But this game destroys Kirby's Epic Yarn. I mean, I saw it.
Destroys Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah. I mean, originally
that's what it reminded me of. It kind of like gave me that feel. That's what I wanted to say. But I mean, I thought it looked pretty good. I'm interested in it. But I mean, you hit it right on the dot. That's what it kind of reminded me of too.
Sackboy.
So everybody was happy with that. And then the next thing they showed was the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That's going to be Toad's own game, right?
Yeah, that's going to be Toad's own game.
Yep, and that game looked amazing.
And we're getting that holiday of 2014. So that you can't go wrong. They're giving you a game
this Christmas. We're all going to be dead broke. This Christmas, we're all going to be dead broke. Nintendo is literally pulling a theft of everybody's wallet this Christmas.
I put a post on Nintendo's page about that. I put, I think my quote was, "Thine wallet will be destroyed," and I got 70-something likes on that one so far. So.
Yep.
Now was everybody? Now was that game in the rumors at all, or was that just that was just a game that came unexpectedly, right?
Oh, no, that came out of nowhere. I mean, that was
out of left field.
Yeah,
I wasn't even nothing about it.
I wasn't even expecting it when I seen it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's Toad. I'm like, is this a new Super Mario game? And all of a sudden,
Super Mario 3D World, that's what you do in certain parts. Toad, you go through those little levels so that's what they kind of took with this game. They went,
Yeah, in every world you get a Captain Toad level.
Did you see the gameplay from the Treehouse event whenever he was he was on the ghost level?
Oh man, talk about beautiful. I mean,
that was epic.
Even that dragon level
was nice. The dragon level was amazing too.
Yeah, I can't complain there. And then they pretty much went into the whole Bowser thing with Peach, and Peach said Bowser said he's been kidnapping her 80+ times, and then they went right into the Legend of Zelda. Now, what is the name of this Legend of Zelda? Is it?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, so I don't have to give it yet, right?
No.
Okay. What did you guys think about it? I was pretty blown away by it.
I think it was
beautiful.
I think it was the absolute best looking game of E3 2014, hands down.
Hands down.
That's another hands down for me.
Both my hands are down.
My hands are down. My zombies' hands are up. Give them the devil sign. It's a win-win.
You know what? When I don't know the Japanese guy name that actually makes Zelda, but yeah, when he was talking about the different Zeldas, even going back to the NES, and then he's showing Wind Waker and everything. When he brung up the Zelda Wii U, it looked like a painting that was moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The blades of grass moving on its own. You had Link sitting there on the horse. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and even in the background, the distance, you know what I'm saying? You see clouds rolling on the sky. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And then just to get that enemy that's coming after Link, you know what I'm saying? And Link take off. You know what I'm saying? That was just epic.
I thought the grass movement was really cool. Like, I hate to say this, but that was more next gen than anything I've ever seen. Now.
Here's the thing. It wasn't just the grass moving, all right? You need to take, when you get a chance, you go back and watch it.
No, I'm just saying, I
scoped out that entire thing.
Just how the grass was moving, like, just how everything was so alive. That's what I liked.
Here's the thing. Okay.
The kids like it too.
The grass was moving not just up front, but it was endless on the grass. If you remember, off to the left, there was a hidden waterfall where you could see the mist coming off of the water. The clouds were rolling and causing shadows to move across the ground. The trees caused moving shadows. When the horse ran, its mane moved, its tail moved. Link had self-shadowing on every inch of his body as he was riding the horse. There was so much detail in that little short clip that it's amazing. And it just proves that power isn't in everything. If you utilize the power that's available properly, you can get a game that looks as good, if not better, than what's on the supposed next-gen systems.
Right.
Well, I don't think Nintendo is gonna. The whole thing with Nintendo, they can do their own thing because, we never seen these games in HD, so that's enough next gen just for Nintendo. We're getting a next gen, Zelda game because we never seen one in HD. All the other ones were in SD, so it really isn't necessarily about how much power it needs to. It's next gen for Nintendo.
Do you see my screen right now?
I got the same. I already
Look at his
did
eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at the self-shadowing that's happening right there. Right. This is Borderlands style type of graphics took into a whole new level. If Wii U isn't next gen, then Borderlands 2 wasn't next gen and per se on PC. If Wii U isn't next gen, then the games that are on PS4, Xbox One right now aren't next gen. Because this game, hands down, looks better than any game on PS4 and Xbox One. Hands down.
It does, man. That game is beautiful. I mean, just that little short trailer that they showed, man. It was like I had to look at it at least 3 times, man. I was just looking at everything, you know what I'm saying, in the background as he was shooting at the monster when he jumped in the air. I was just trying to catch everything, you know what I'm saying, every nook and cranny.
The clouds, even the clouds had shadows on the ground and they were moving, and it was just like you said, it was the world was alive. It felt like a living, breathing world, and that's what I think. That's what I'm looking for in so-called next-gen games.
I wouldn't doubt that there's animals and birds and deer and everything else as you're moving along the plains.
Well,
and into the
did you
forest.
see that the dock got like destroyed? Like, is it fully destructible? Maybe.
Dude, there was destruction going on whenever that thing was chasing Link. It ran into that stone wall.
Like fully destructible. That's why I was.
It looks like it's got destructible environment.
Shooting fire, and it was leaving burn patches and all kinds of stuff. So
that's why I was blown away when I seen the dock get destroyed. I was like, "Holy shit!" That's pretty cool.
Frostbite 3.
By the way, not to change the subject or nothing, how's Clown Meat? Has he decided to make another channel yet?
I don't know. It's the League of Winning got him shut down, and I haven't heard from him probably it's been about 2 weeks now. I haven't seen him on PlayStation. I've been playing. I haven't been on the old PlayStation.
Like that Mario Kart 8.
What Nate? What do you know about that?
I don't have a Wii U right now, buddy.
I got a message from somebody today. I can't remember where it is. Oh, here it is. Hold on. No, wait. It was from somebody today. I think it was Nate. It was something about PlayStation and Nintendo One, but I don't see how I lost when I got a Wii U. I don't know.
That's how I feel. I feel like you get the games that you want for your system, you win. We win as the gamers when the E3 delivers.
Yeah, you know what else killed me when I actually went back and watched that little trailer on Nintendo. I was looking down in the comments section, and it was this guy, and I was going to comment on his comment, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it alone because I hate going back and forth, with people. He said that Nintendo needs to just get out the game, or because they study making rehash games from, years ago. But what I want to put in the comments section was, you saying rehash games. What do you think third party is doing? Rehashing games. You know what I'm saying? Look at The Last of Us. Look at Tomb Raider.
Watch Dogs
Look at all of that is the same game that they copied from Uncharted.
Do you realize Watch Dogs is a combination of 4 different games put into one?
Right.
And not very well at that.
One thing that's what they that looked badass at E3 that I'm blown away by is Rainbow Six, that new one. That looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, you can't say that's a bad. That's a good game.
I haven't seen
That
that.
was the best thing I saw, other than the Nintendo thing. That I didn't get to see the Division, but I got the Rainbow Six. That was where I was happy for, other than Nintendo.
And No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that yet. I didn't get to see all of it. See,
Yeah, No Man's Sky would look really good. I like that Scalebound on the Xbox One. That looked really good from Platinum
I didn't get
Games.
to see everything on the Xbox. I want to cover all that Sunday. The rest that I didn't get to see. I didn't get to watch everything. I got to see Sony's one, which Sony's, I'm not saying it wasn't the best thing. I don't think it was the worst. Yes, they could have done better. Anything was better than last year's E3, where they just sat there and talked about, the new consoles coming. I thought last E3, watching paint dry would have been better than last E3.
Dude, that was the PlayStation conference this year. What are you talking about, man? I could have been playing Pixelmon on Minecraft, man.
I'm just saying, at least they did show games, even if it wasn't, it was rehashed, whatever. They showed games. That's, they did show a little bit of, some other stuff with, well, they showed the Ratchet and Clank movie, I don't know, whatever. But,
it was a Ratchet and Clank game. Oh, damn.
I thought it was going to be the game at first, and it was the movie, right?
No, but I think they're redoing Ratchet and Clank 1.
Okay.
By the way, Rockstar announced today through their newswire that GTA 5 will be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC this fall, with a further draw distance than what was on the last-gen consoles.
What about the online multiplayer? Is it more people, I hope?
Is it going to be a different game?
Well, for us PC guys like myself, I don't care. I pretty much wanted to wait to play it on PC anyway.
I'll play it on PS4, the definitive console. All right. So Zelda, everybody was happy with.
I gotta admit though, that white PS4 bundle, that thing was sexy.
It was. It was that Destiny bundle.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so dirty. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Well, don't put your grubby hands on it.
Fingerprints all over it too, though.
You got to put your white gloves on when you change the.
Right.
I'm sorry to be a Nintendo, but this is a Nintendo discussion.
We're trying to
get the white one. You need to treat it like a woman.
Let's save all that for Sunday. We're trying to get the Nintendo stuff done.
Games.
All right. Now the next thing they showed after Zelda was the I'm wanting to say they went to that cave, right? And then they went into Pokemon, right? Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha. Is that what it was?
Omega Alpha.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the whole. Now I don't have the 3DS thing. What were you guys hyped about that?
I already have those games on 3D or DS. So my hype is minimal.
So they're not new Pokemon games?
No, they're remakes of the DS versions.
Remakes for Nintendo? What? How dare they?
Well, they ain't got no third party on 3DS, so they gotta kind of, throw some stuff in there.
Yeah.
And plus, they want to get those Pokemon to the Pokebank to use them in X and Y and future Pokemon games.
Right.
Yeah, if I had a 3DS, I'm not. I used to have I remember I had a Charizard card. That was cool, back in the day. I don't know. I'm not into Pokemon. Not knocking anybody is though. If you like that, that's cool. The next thing they showed, which I am very happy that they did this because it's really cool because I never got to play the first one. You will be getting Bayonetta 1 with Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta, the footage that they showed looked great. I was very happy with it. And, that was my drawback on Bayonetta, that I wanted to play the first one before I play the second one. So that's enough for me to pick that game up, and it's coming out October. Now, that was one of the big highlights for me for the show. What did you guys think about it?
Completely blew my mind because, first of all, I want to say Kamiya was trolling about the first game. He was talking about, because a lot of fans were on Miiverse talking about, can we get Bayonetta 1, please? And his answer was, You gotta ask Nintendo. Ask Nintendo if you really want Bayonetta 1 on Wii U. And he knew the whole damn time Bayonetta 1 was gonna be included in his game, but he was, he was doing some trolling there. Yeah, I mean that's just amazing, awesome. This is one of the few Platinum games I haven't played. The series Bayonetta. I was literally this week I was gonna go buy Bayonetta 1 from a 360, and after this announcement, I ain't gotta do that. I'll just hold out and get the obviously get the Wii U
definitive version.
The
Wait, now,
definitive
do you guys think this game will be a third party? I know it's a third party exclusive, the second one, but do you think it will do well on the Wii U, or do you think it's going to be a Wonderful 101 again?
I think it's going to do very well now that they just went ahead and put Bayonetta 1 in there.
Yep, it's going to do
they're doing what EA should have done.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about Mass Effect.
Yeah, see, this is what you should have done. You should have put Mass Effect 1, 2 with 3.
Right, like you did for everybody else.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, that's why I didn't really get into Mass Effect on the Wii U, because I never played Mass Effect, but I heard if you play Mass Effect, then you can always carry your stuff over to the second game, and then the third game. Why would they just give us the third game?
Yeah, it doesn't make any damn sense.
It don't make any sense. That's why I didn't pick it up. I mean, it looked like a great game, but I want to play the first one and the second one too. It has a lot to do with the third one. You know how you carry stuff over, but that's a great idea. That was a big highlight for me for the the Nintendo Live event. That made me very happy. The next thing they showed, and everybody's good with that?
Yeah, before you go on, Dave, about the Bayonetta, I actually thought, because I knew they was going to show it, I thought they was actually going to, the release date was going to be like, you know what I'm saying, like Friday or something. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I'm like, I got a feeling Bayonetta's going to come out right after, E3. But seeing them actually say October and we actually get Bayonetta 1 with it, I was like, okay, so all this time that they spending on the game, they got to be remastering 1.
Right.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. Are they going to be remastering 1, or are we just getting a port?
I mean, I think it'll be just a port. You might get some, nuances
It'll be
in the
a port,
controls,
but it's
like
60 frames a second, like Bayonetta 2.
Right.
Which is something that Xbox 360 and PS3 both did not achieve.
Especially PS3. Oh Lord.
Well, back last generation, what I don't understand, like, I'm not the whole 1080p deal. Like, last generation, that wasn't even really an issue, was it? I don't remember.
I think in this kind of game, the frame rate is what matters the most. 60 frames, you want that in a game like this because it's basically like a fighter. You want that.
Are you a fan of the Devil May Cry series, or?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love Devil May Cry. Those were one of my biggest series on PS2 when I had one. So, yeah, Bayonetta 2 gives you that kind of feel too. But it's platinum and it goes crazy. So
yeah, I'm more than happy. The next thing which really surprised me, because I was not hyped at all for this game, and when I saw like what they're doing with it at this live event, was Hyrule Warriors. I thought it was really interesting. I mean, I like how they showed off how it's going to be like 2-player. And, you got different playable characters and, special moves. I mean, I just thought it was going to be like a basic, like, Dynasty Warriors, but there's a lot more to it than just Dynasty Warriors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, when I first saw the initial reveal, I wasn't, too excited about it. I'm a Dynasty Warriors fan from back in the day, and I haven't really played that many, as of late. But, yeah, it looked like it was going to be Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters, but I should have known better because Nintendo got burned back in the day just throwing their characters at another company. And that happened on the Philips CDI. They want to forget about those Mario games and Zelda games that came out for that thing. And so I should have known that Nintendo wasn't just going to sit back and let somebody, destroy their characters, And obviously they've been working hand in hand with the developers for this game, and the story is really intricate. They're basically it's going to be canon to some degree for the Zelda world. So, and obviously the graphical upgrade from the original reveal is just night and day.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than it, because it looked kind of like, when I saw the first one, I was like, is this game about $15, I hope? Like, but now you see, like, it's like, I mean, I'm being serious. And now I seen it, and I'm like, wow, this is going to have big boss fights, and like, if you're fighting on the field, it's going to tell you if you have an army out there, if you need more people over there to help for the attack. I mean, it looks good, like, more than I asked for this game.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting I'm not like hyped for it, but I'm getting more interested every time I see it, because when I first seen it, I was like, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? It's I haven't played a Dynasty Warriors since PS2 day, and I was like, I guess that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But before we actually seen this at the live event, for the last week, they was throwing out like still images. And I was like, man, this game looks, it looks good. It looked better than it did. You know what I'm saying? And actually, just to see it move and see Zelda doing her powers and Link and other characters, man, I'm looking to to pick this up.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to get hyped for it.
September 26th. That's another game this year.
Yeah. And that's why I said I don't think it's going to be exactly the same as Dynasty Warriors. I'm sure Nintendo going to put they look, combos and look tweaks and stuff in it, to make it just a little different from Dynasty Warriors. I mean, it plays like it, but I'm sure Nintendo got their own look kinks and stuff in it, as as we've seen with the characters,
Yeah, isn't Namco helping out with some of the combat?
I want to say yes. Yes.
So it's already gonna be different from Dynasty Warriors type of games, just based on that. So if you've seen any of the gameplay footage they've been showing all day, I've gone from okay to I'm sure I might pick this up to definitely picking it up.
Right.
It looks like a blast to play. So.
What game was it that you heard, like, where she put the key into it, or somebody put the key into it and you heard the Zelda music? Was that in Bayonetta or Hyrule Warrior?
Yeah, that was Bayonetta 2.
That was Bayonetta. That
was Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was thinking Hyrule Warrior, but...
Yeah, they added Zelda skins.
Yeah, I like that. That was kind of cool.
That was pretty cool.
But yeah, James, onewhitekong, what did you think about it? Are you happy with the Hyrule Warriors, or are you
I'm still trying to get hyped for the game. I was never a Dynasty Warrior fan.
Yeah, I played them games to death. I mean, they made a lot of them games. I forgot which one I finally fell off on. I think it was around the PS2, I want to say.
Yeah, same here. I think that's what
I fell off of Dynasty Warriors. I mean, but I loved the series when I first played it. It's just they kept pumping them out, and it's like anything, when you get a lot of it. The only game I really never get tired of, which I'm finally starting to get tired of, is Call of Duty. But with this new one, it might be a little different. But you get tired of anything. If you get enough of it, you will get tired of it.
I mean, I like them because I don't want that genre to die. Dynasty Warriors and that kind of game is the closest we've had to, like, a Streets of Rage kind of, brawler type of game. And so I'm hoping we get an actual, brawler game in the future. And a game like this has to sell well for, companies to say, okay, well, we should make these types of games again. So hopefully.
Well, this is Tecmo's making this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody spilled this water.
Yeah, this game, I think they took it a very long ways from the reveal that we saw in the beginning. Like, I thought it was maybe just like a $15 type game, like indie type. I'm just saying, like, something. It seemed like that type of feel. But it's came a long way. It looks really great. The boss battles look really cool. I like that it's 2-player. It looks cool.
Don't forget. Just want to say real quick. Don't forget that there will be multiple Zelda characters you can play as. They haven't shown them all.
Link, Princess Zelda, the one from the Twilight Princess. I never played the Twilight Princess yet.
But
so
what I'm saying is that if you play Dynasty Warriors, you know that there will be even way more than that. I'm looking at maybe 10 or more.
That was some of the ones they named off. You know, I think they named four of them off, but I can't remember the other two. Is it whoever was in the Twilight Princess? I think Minna or somebody or
Minna, obviously Link, Impa, and
Princess Zelda and Link. That's what I think.
Princess Zelda.
But yeah, it looked great. I mean, I can't complain. The next thing that they showed after that was Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. That's going to be on the Wii U or 3DS?
Yes, it's a Wii U game. Yes.
So this was kind of cool because this live event we got actually Wii U games. I would say it outnumbered the 3DS. You would say so too, or?
Oh, by far.
By far, yeah. And last time. Well, you know, every Direct, I mean, you got to really be honest, we see more 3DS than anything, and I was amazed when I've seen Wii U title after Wii U title after Wii U title, so they actually listen to the fans for once, and, you know, and you can tell by the live event how they were taking shots at, you know, other companies, and, you know, Nintendo hit this one out of the park.
Which is funny now as people online are complaining that they didn't have enough 3DS stuff.
I was just about to say that.
They always got something to complain about. You never can make anybody happy nowadays, especially gamers.
And it's not that they haven't shown us a lot of 3DS games.
They're not gamers.
They didn't showcase them.
They're not gamers. They're corporate slave zombies.
Yeah, I want to say about Kirby Rainbow Curse is that a lot of people have been wanting a game that will make the gamepad shine, and this is that game. If you played Kirby's Canvas Curse on a DS, it's one of the best games on the DS, and it's that utilizes the DS very well, and that's what Kirby's Rainbow Curse is gonna do for the Wii U. It's gonna show you why you need a gamepad. For sure.
And is it clay animation?
Yes, the animation style is claymation, and that looks really cool. I mean, I love that Nintendo.
I thought that was so cool when I actually seen it. I had to look at it the second time. I'm like, is that clay? and when I look at it the second time, I'm like, man, Nintendo, they always coming up with a different art style. You know what I'm saying? They never. I don't know, man. It's like Nintendo. They just come up with unique stuff that people don't really get them credit for because everybody looking for so much realistic graphics. You know what I'm saying? They don't use their imagination, and that's what I like about Nintendo. I was like, that is so cool that they went from yarn to clay.
See, and the thing about realistic graphics, I'm not obviously I still love my games with realistic graphics. Some games call for it, but the thing that about Nintendo and not so far focusing on that stuff so much is that they understand that their games will stand the test of time because of their art style. Because like a game like Wind Waker, it's still beautiful. Like I wasn't too hype about Wind Waker HD because when I saw the Wind Waker HD stuff, I was like, doesn't the old Wind Waker look like that? Because it tricks you into thinking it was that beautiful back then. Still, so that's what's amazing about these games is that they will stand the test of time. 10 years from now, it'll still be a beautiful looking game to most people. So,
well, you got that right, man. The next one they showed was, now I'm a little lost on this one, Xenoblade Chronicles. I never played this series. Like, it wasn't. This is a new game. Now, Monologue Soft Sex is a totally different thing, right?
No. Well, this is supposed to be a continuation of the story. They said it was a spiritual sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii, because it's not using the same characters. It's kind of set in a different world. But if you play Xenoblade Chronicles, it plays a lot like this game. The menu system, the weapon system, the battle, all that is very similar. A very similar feel to it. But this is set in a different world. That's the difference here.
Now, was this a totally thing? Was this like something nobody expected to?
No. We expected Xenoblade Chronicles because you know.
Okay, 'cause I never played any of them games, so I wasn't. That's where I was lost on it. I never played. I didn't know. I didn't even know any. I don't really. I know Monologue Soft Sex. I've been seeing a lot about that, but I never played the one on the Wii. 'Cause I didn't have a Wii. That was the only Nintendo console I never owned.
Here's some advice.
You wouldn't like some of my thoughts from the Wii, and I'm trying to actually get into the Wii now. I've been getting Wii. I'm trying to get some Wii games and try it out. But I just didn't like. I don't know. I'm not gonna go. That could go into a whole other pot. The podcast go on forever if I start talking. You wouldn't like some of the things I said.
Well, for some advice for X is you better pick it up because down the road it will be expensive.
Yes, but it's okay. Xenoblade Chronicles is something we were expecting. I don't know much about. I'll have to check that out on the old one. The old. I will check it out.
Well, that's actually the Xenoblade Chronicles. That's actually the X game. That's basically what it is. Remember that game? It was just called X.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize he wasn't getting that.
I'm thinking Monologue Soft X, the one that I was seeing at last E3. I thought that was.
Yeah, that's the same game. They just gave it a name now. Monolith Soft is the actual company.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So that's the game that I. Okay, so I do know what game that is. Okay.
Yeah, they just gave it a name now. Instead of X, it's Xenoblade. Xenoblade Chronicle X.
I didn't realize he wasn't getting that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm lost there. That's why I thought I was looking for the X game that I've been, checking out.
That's what this is. X. This is X.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm honest on this. So. All right, so that's 2015. Are you happy that's when it's coming out, though?
No, this is probably my one disappointment. I was hoping it would be the big holiday game. Obviously, Smash Brothers will be that as well, but I was, hoping it would come. But I should have knew better because, this game needed translation time. That's 6 months. Mostly. This is a huge game. If you played Xenoblade Chronicles, it is a huge game. You can put, 150 hours in that game if you want to. So,
they were
translation.
A lot of people were thinking that this game was going to hit this year, and I bet you're a lot of upset people with that one.
Yeah, I'm not completely upset. They
gave us a lot.
Right.
A lot of stuff people didn't expect, and so, you can't get everything you want, really.
Yeah.
The next one is Mario Maker. What did you guys think about that? I thought that was kind of cool. It's not something I'll be picking up, but I did think it was cool. What I thought was cool about it was that you could take the old Mario game and then turn it into the new Mario. You know what I'm saying?
Which is pretty cool.
Updated Mario.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool, but you just make Mario games, right?
Yeah, this will be, you basically are just going to be able to make Mario levels and share them with other people.
So it's like online, right?
Right. If you think like Little Big Planet, basically Nintendo will finally have their version of Little Big Planet as far as being able to share levels and all that stuff. So I think that's really cool. I think that's going to blow up.
I didn't know that. Now I didn't know you could put it online. I didn't know all that. I thought it was maybe just something you sat at home, you made your levels. And I thought maybe you could go from the old version. Okay, I didn't know that.
That's the biggest feature of the game is that you can share it online and people can play it, download it to their Wii U's and play it just like a.
Is that going to be full price? You think?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be like $10. It might be like $19.99. I'm thinking.
That's reasonable. I'd say 20. Because I was thinking it was a full price game, man. I thought it was like $60. So I was like,
I think it'll be a download title.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be an eShop title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys,
what's up?
I'm gonna go ahead and jet for the night because I got to get some dishes done and then get to bed. So I will catch y'all later.
All right, thanks for joining, Nate.
All right, Nate.
Peace out.
Later, Nate.
Hello, everybody. All right, so we got Mario Maker. The next one they went to was that. Now this is what I thought was really cool. Because I do love online multiplayer games. Splatoon, it was something that I wasn't expecting at all. And you know what it reminds me of? And I didn't get to play it yet. It's a game I want to pick up. It is coming to the PS4. It was like one reason I was going to probably... I know they have it on Xbox 360, but I wanted to play it, the Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This is kind of like Nintendo's version of that game. Am I wrong? That's how I see it. I don't know.
I see it the same way.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. You know, I think it looks cool as fuck. I mean, I think it looks great, and it will be a game I'll be getting.
Dude, for a game that nobody knew was coming, this is one of my, this is one of the games that got me the most excited about E3. I mean, that's crazy because I didn't see it coming. You know, nobody saw it coming. I don't think. So
I didn't see it coming. I was like, damn, Nintendo's gonna go after do an online multiplayer. Now, is that an online multiplayer only game, or is it gonna have a?
That's the question. It seems to be. I don't see how you could. I mean, there probably will be an offline mode. I don't know if you can do 4-on-4 offline, maybe 2-on-2 or something like that. But that's what kind of worries me a little bit because I can't see. Obviously, the main meat of it is going to be the online multiplayer. I mean, that's what this game seemed like it was built for. So, but I would still love an offline mode to play. Those levels.
Nintendo fans, then if the Nintendo did that, they'd be, they wouldn't know what to do because then they'd have to, how they go on about, online only game. That's what it looked like to me, an online only game. But I'm sure Nintendo style, they do usually have an offline mode. But what was really cool about this game, man, was that it really used the gamepad. It showed like your map. It did a bunch of stuff with the gamepad. I think it utilized it really great.
Yeah, you utilize it very well. I like the aspect of being able to jump across the map when your friends need your help. I mean, that was just, man.
And that was what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these games, people have been bitching and moaning about that, a lot of these games that we got, the Nintendo don't utilize the gamepad or the company don't utilize the gamepad. Well, now they're utilizing the gamepad. I've seen that in a lot of these games on this live event that they're going. It kind of looks like Nintendo's actually doing what they said from the beginning, that they were going to, go after the hardcore gamer. They were going to do online multiplayer, online. The only thing that's missing is third party. Like I said, better third party, catered, more online. What they were saying from the beginning. And I was really surprised to see them just go after an online game and then do it their own. Like that looks great, man. That game looks fun. But it is coming out 2015. So that's the only drawback on that. But whatever. But still, it's something to be hyped about.
What's so cool is that a lot of people have been wanting Nintendo to do a shooter forever. That's one of the things that people wanted from Nintendo, and they did it, and they added something really cool and very Nintendo a bit to it. Very unique about it. Basically, it is a squad-based shooter. Basically a squad-based shooter with online multiplayer capabilities, but with that Nintendo charm and twist to it that makes it so much fun. It looks like a blast to play. I can't wait to play.
It reminds me a lot of the Plants vs. Zombies game, so I was pretty hyped about that because I've been wanting to play that game too. And that's what sold me on it too. It reminds me a lot of that game. It looks fun. What did you think about it, James?
Oh, actually, I'm looking forward to it. I wish it was coming out this year, though.
What did you, Old Dirty? You thought it was pretty cool?
Yeah. When I seen it, at first I didn't know what the heck it was, man. I'm seeing like these little creatures flying around, but then they actually turned into humans. They were squids, and I like how when they was actually showing it, the three guys, he was saying one of them I guess he liked the camp because he like go into the ink and wait for the opposite team to come through to paint their color, and he'd pop up out the ink and kill them. So it kind of reminds you, what I'm saying, a little stuff like Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that with its own little twist. But then too, looking at the game when they kind of expand out, looking at the whole map, it almost reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine. Just with all the ink and everything. How Mario.
I thought the beginning was a Nickelodeon commercial, actually.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I can't go wrong with that. The next thing, oh, another cool thing about that game, it's 8 players, 4-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And you're going to be able to control different territories, claim turfs, you know, switch between a squid and a person. You know, I don't know. It seems pretty cool. I mean, it's something that I didn't expect.
And there ain't no bots.
And there ain't no bots.
Nintendo's putting the fun back in shooters for me. It's, you know.
And that was pretty much the last game that they showed, and then they did that thing with Miyamoto. With a lot of people were predicting that was Star Fox. I didn't see Star Fox, but I could be wrong. What did you think, Mr. T?
I think you're talking about like the giant robots demo and the other game. I think that's going to be a compilation that Miyamoto's working on. I think those games will be together.
I'm talking about the Miyamoto was sitting there and he's playing the gamepad and the screen's blurry. What did you think?
Oh yeah. That was Star Fox. They showed it. I saw a screenshot where you could clearly see that it was Star Fox, and I guess they're not really ready to show. I think I thought it was on the show floor though. I keep hearing like two different. I hear two different things about it. Like some people were saying it's on the show floor, and it's
that's what I heard too.
And
okay, that would be great if it is on. I mean, okay, that's awesome. That's like one of the best. That's another thing that's great to me because that's a game that I want for the Wii U. Star Fox is one of my most favorite games, especially for the 64.
Yeah,
I love that game. I want to play Star Fox online, like
right.
8 players, 4 players. I think it'd be great. I think would really make the Wii U a great it's already great with these games coming, but that's a game that I want to play. Hands down. I want a Star Fox. I've been wanting one for a long time now. I mean, I remember playing the one on the 64 countless hours as a kid.
The multiplayer you've been playing, that was a lot of fun if you got 3 people or 4 people together.
That's what I liked about the Nintendo. Out of all the Nintendo consoles, my favorite was the N64. It had the best wrestling games. It had Wave Racer. It had one of my favorite first-person shooters ever, GoldenEye. It had, at Turok, Cruis'n USA. What was the other? They had another cruising game. I mean,
Cruis'n World.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And then they have Exotica too.
Cruis'n Exotica, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was like where you really had the best games. For me, I liked with Nintendo. Like I don't know, the 64. I remember having dreams of that console when I was a little kid before I was gonna get it. Like I don't get that feeling no more with these new consoles. Maybe because I'm older, but I remember the first game that ever hyped me up where I was having dreams about it when I had got my Super Nintendo. Before I got my Super Nintendo, I was wanting the new the Street Fighter 2 that was coming out for it. I had, dreams of it. I had pictures to show my, parents that that's the game I want. That's the console. You know what I'm saying? For Christmas, and that's good memories, and that's what I get with Nintendo consoles. Like that's shit I grew up on, and the N64 was my favorite, but Super Nintendo kind of too. And those games you can't beat. They're, timeless, so. But another thing before I end this, we're still going a little bit more, but I want to talk about the Devil's Third. That wasn't at the press conference, but I got this. I guess it was at the Treehouse. That was something I was not expecting at all from Nintendo. It's like a third person, and then it goes into first person. Did you see that?
Yeah, I want to say I was expecting it, but it was rumored. A lot of people, because a rumor came out maybe a month ago that there was this big third-party game that was coming out that was going to be exclusive to Nintendo that was basically going to make people upset again, like Bayonetta 2 did. So a lot of people were already speculating because Devil's Third had got pushed back and then subsequently canceled, kind of, that it would be that game, that Nintendo saved that game too. So I wasn't surprised that it was Devil's Third, but I guess the timing of it and that it actually is going to be on Wii U was surprising. And yeah, I mean, this, I don't know if a lot of guys maybe not know about this game. It was supposed to come out on PS3 and Xbox 360, but they subsequently the funding ran out and they didn't finish
Oh,
developing
so
it.
it's like kind of like another Bayonetta.
Right,
type
yeah,
deal,
it's like
right?
another Bayonetta 2 situation. And Nintendo went in and scooped them up, and it's by I know I'm gonna mess the dude's name all up. I ain't even gonna say his name. It's the dude who made the Ninja Gaiden games.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't say his name right.
I didn't get any information really on this one because I just watched the trailer. I didn't get to see the treehouse. I just got to see the trailer for this one. I wanted to see, I know they got gameplay of it, like a whole video of gameplay of it too on floating around YouTube. That game, I just think it looked cool. It was really bloody. I liked how it went into first-person view. I've seen it, and then it goes into third person. I mean, that's a game that, I wouldn't expect, how the Wii U's been going. I wouldn't have expected that to come to Wii U, but that's awesome,
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the Bayonetta 2 situation,
Yeah. What about what did you guys think of that? Were you happy with that, Old Dirty and James?
No, I actually, yeah, I was like with T, I kind of knew it was coming.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was
coming. It's like T was, it was rumored that it was coming because it was canned. But I wasn't expecting it to be at the Direct.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the game. When I seen it, I was like, it kind of reminded me of Mad World a little bit. But I'm excited for it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, more people that's mad that, Nintendo is picking up stuff,
All right, and another game that I was pretty happy about. This was coming to the Wii U. They didn't have it at the live event. Was Just Dance 2015.
I've been hating on Just Dance, folks.
Yeah. Another cool one was I got to see the trailer for it. Is Sonic Boom.
Okay.
That's another one.
Actually, I gotta head out, guys. So.
Oh, okay. Thanks for joining, James. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you, and thank you for all the support lately.
Not a problem. Later, Tony, and later, Hank.
Take care, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one was Sonic Boom. Did you see the new trailer of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you hyped for that, or I'm not? What do you think about it? Like,
I have to see more. You know what I'm saying? That trailer looked nice, but I was listening to Game Explain, I think last week or something like that, and they actually had the chance to play with the game, and both of the guys were saying that the one for the Wii U, I know it's still in early development, but they had a different outlook on it. They were saying that the 3DS was actually running better, and they had a better experience with that one. So maybe that was in development longer than the Wii U, but I still got to see more. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's my exact same experience. Is that I was hyped for the game because of Big Red Button. I love their style of games. Obviously, they did the Ratchet and Clank stuff.
Right.
And I was expecting that kind of a change for Sonic, which I think is a good fit for a 3D Sonic. Because let's face it, Sonic games haven't been that great in 3D. I mean, they just haven't. And I was hoping that this game would be the game that kind of turned it around. That gave them their, they gave them their Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine, for Sonic. So, but yeah, once I heard the Game Explain, same thing here. I was a little worried that they said the 3DS version, for at least right now, was the better version of the game. So.
Yeah.
Aren't they making that into a TV show too?
Yeah. They it's going to be a TV show and the game, and apparently there's a CG movie as well coming. So they're going all out with this one.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be is it a Wii U exclusive?
Yeah.
Okay, then I mean I don't know. I'm just being honest. Like Sonic games, I love the old ones. I played them to death. I'm not that hyped for Sonic anymore. like I used to be. I like now Mario. He's a different story. I'll play the shit out of Mario, but Sonic, I'm just not really. I don't know. I played the demo of the Sonic Lost Worlds, and I was kind of disappointed in that. But I played the demo. I didn't play the whole game. Sonic is just not the same for me no more. I'm not hyped for that. And that was, that was pretty much all the games, right? Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS. Shovel Knight. Okay, now there was no third party at all for the Wii U except like Lego Batman, right?
That's
3?
all I remember seeing, yes.
So pretty much safe to say third party is not on board anymore with the Wii U, and we didn't see Watch Dogs like what a lot of people were hoping that they were going to show up. Maybe Watch Dogs from Ubisoft. Didn't happen.
Watch Dogs. I had my doubts, but I feel like Watch Dogs is coming. They basically said holiday.
No, I know. I'm 100% sure almost that game is coming, but a lot of people were predicting that they were going to show it off at E3 for
I remember
Nintendo was going to come and show it. And they didn't, and that's kind of that kind of sucks.
And T, you said it's coming at holiday?
Yeah, that's what the latest story I read. They were saying holiday.
See, that's
2014.
That's too long. I hope the holiday you talking about is 4th of July, cause
I know. I don't know what they're expecting to sell.
You know what? And like I was telling Dave earlier, it seemed like if Ubisoft does that, it's like they shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because why would I want the game? You know what I'm saying? It's like now, if it comes out to be true, they say, hey, the game won't be out until the holiday. You know what? I'm just going to go pick it up for the 360.
Right.
The thing is, I don't think it's right what they're doing to Wii, fans. Like, I don't think that's right at all. Because I know didn't they have a pre-order for that game for Wii U?
Yeah. Mine is pre-ordered right now and paid off.
That isn't right. That's bad business. I don't think it's right at all. That's where I don't agree with stuff like that. If it's not going to come to the console, you shouldn't have a pre-order for it. If you have any doubt that it's not coming to the console or they're not sure when they want to release it, they should not have pre-orders. That's kind of screwed up. I don't agree when companies do stuff like that.
No, I mean, it's fine if you're not going to bring your game to Wii U or you have your business reasons for doing it. But when you yourself messes with the sales with your decisions, like pushing it back or not adding all the DLC and all that stuff, you can't complain. For me, you can't complain about the sales. Because you're the one who caused.
The game's selling the best for Ubisoft. They should have no reason not to bring it out. Just, they made enough money on it. They should at least, give people what they want. They put their pre-orders. It's not, a lot of these companies, how they're doing things nowadays, it isn't right. I don't agree with the whole thing. They say, oh, we don't sell enough on this. It's bullshit. Wii U does have more of an install base than Xbox One, so why do they get it? I look at it that way. I don't think it's right. I think with all these games that they showed, Nintendo, it's got to move consoles. The Zelda, if that game don't move consoles, and Mario Kart 8, I know that's moving consoles. There's no doubt in my mind the Wii U will be fine this generation. I'm very happy with the Wii U. I don't care what people say. That they might say, oh, it's going to die. There's going to be another console. Right now, the best E3 that I've seen. I did not see the Ubisoft conference. I saw bits and pieces of trailers of games being shown. I say Nintendo won E3, what I've seen. Would you agree or no?
I hate to do who won and whatnot, but I will say that Wii U has the biggest games coming out this year for sure, and you already see that it has some excellent games for next year as well. So as far as this year,
if you want games and you're a gamer, I would suggest people that don't have a Wii U to pick it up.
Now's the time.
Now's the time. I mean, Mario Kart 8 right now, just that game alone is just enough to own a Wii U for me. I don't know. I'm more than happy. Another thing that I noticed, Pac-Man. and the Ghostly Adventures too. Is that a week? Yeah, that's another one, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
that was yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's a Wii U title also.
Okay, they have that. They have there was another one I seen too. Where was it? I'm wanting to say. I know I'm missing one 'cause I just seen it. Bayonetta, Kirby, Mario Maker. Mario Party 10. That's another one that was. What did that look like? I didn't get to see that one.
It's Mario Party, but obviously it looks a lot better graphically, and I don't know if they've confirmed or not if it's going to be online multiplayer. I mean, it has to be. It has to be online multiplayer for me to buy it, because I haven't played a Mario Party game, and I think the last one I bought was on GameCube. So I didn't buy the 3DS one for the fact that it wasn't online multiplayer. It just doesn't make sense.
Was Wii U Party, was that online multiplayer?
Wii Party U wasn't, no.
See, now I don't understand. That's one thing. I did a video about that a while back ago. I talked about the whole Nintendo Land not being online multiplayer. Why would you make a game like that and not put online multiplayer? And at the time, I was like, well, maybe Nintendo's online just don't work that well. And after playing Mario Kart 8, that is not the problem. I don't know why they do it. It don't make any sense.
I think then it wasn't that great. I think then if you bought a Wii U at launch like I did, you know that the OS and all that stuff is way better. Like,
yeah, see, I got mine day one. I had it.
Me too.
I've been through the coals with this console. Like, I waited and waited. A lot of people I've seen trade in their Wii U's and sell their Wii U's and say, oh, or buy them 4 times. Like some people, I'm not saying any names, 3 times.
Uh-oh.
If you're a Nintendo fan, well, not even a Nintendo fan. If you've waited this long, like I've waited since this thing came out, why not just keep the damn thing and look the outcome. You get a great game like this, and that's well worth the wait. It's like any console. Like, just wait. There's going to be something on it that you're going to want to play. They're not going to never, every console ever came out, there was always some game that you really liked. And, you got people that are these hardcore fans on here that, I see them trading in their Wii U or selling them, and I'm like, how could you do that when, like, a game like Mario Kart 8 is just about to drop? Or these, and you see E3, just loads of Wii U games coming, and it just don't make any sense to me. So that's just my take on that. But yeah, that's all the. I mewhen there's more games, but that's all the ones I think that I could think off the top of my head. I'm really tired today. I tried when I got home. I watched the conference. I jumped on. I'm like, I'm half asleep doing this, but I think I did a good job. I'm trying to think of anything else. Is there anything else we didn't talk about?
I don't think so.
I think we got everything.
We covered everything.
I don't see any other games. The Monster Hunters for the 3DS, Shovel Knight, Swords and Soldiers 2. Did that look pretty good?
Let's pray that maybe we can get MK10. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's next gen graphics.
What did you think of like were you disappointed with Sony's conference and Microsoft's, or what did you think of their, like, just a quick opinion, what did you think of theirs? Was theirs or
Yeah, I mean, I'm a gamer, so if you give me enough games to make me buy your console, I'm gonna buy your console. I'm a Nintendo fan, but I have every console except for the Xbox One and the PS4. I have the Xbox 360 and PS3. So I'm not gonna not buy your console. I'm not a drone like that. So I was hoping for a game or 2 from both manufacturers to make me buy their console, and I haven't seen anything as far as their conferences go, and it doesn't seem like anything is coming for the foreseeable future, for at least a year and a half even.
What I was telling Old Dirty, it's kind of like PS4 and Xbox One are kind of like where the Wii U was last year. Nintendo and the Wii U, I got a year head start, so kind of like Nintendo, you know, it was at a point where we got to see the games, and we got the games. They gave them to us, you know. And I think with PS4 and Xbox One, this time next year, they're going to be getting the games. It's just going to take time, you know, just how with the Wii U. It all takes time. They're launch consoles. People, like, even I get frustrated sometimes to say, oh, I want a game right now. You know, it's just not how it works. You know, you go buy these consoles at launch, sometimes you got to wait. Look how the PS3 started out. That was like a 2-year wait for games, like a year and a half at least. I bought that, I think it was like $500 plus tax when I got that, and that was a door stopper for me. I was playing my Xbox 360, and then later on through the generation, that's when I was more on my PS3. You know, when I got like the third Ring of Death too, from the Xbox. But it's time. You gotta wait. It's like the thing with the Wii U. See, you know, people waited this long, and you got games finally. There will be games. It's just you gotta wait. It's gonna be the same thing with the PS4. But like I told Old Dirty too, if PS4 didn't have third party, you know, that's what saves those consoles' asses right now.
Right.
With the exclusives, you know, it's really weak. You know, the one thing that did disappoint me with the PlayStation, you know, conference was that, you know, there's no games coming for exclusives this year. The only one I think that they had, I don't even think they had an exclusive this year, right? It was the only one that had something this year was Sunset Overdrive. That looked great. You know, that's coming for the Xbox One, but Sony's getting a lot of, you know, even The Last of Us, that's not coming until July, the remastered one. You know, there was a rumor it was supposed to come out this week. And, you know, it was disappointing, but not totally.
Here's the difference for me. I can't give them the same slack, and this is why. They have third-party support around the board. Like, they should have games this fall, you know, big games this fall. And if you look at Wii U, yeah, Wii U was weak as far as releases early in 2013 and to, you know, going down to the holiday. But by the time the holiday came, they had big first-party releases. They had Pikmin 3. They had Super Mario 3D World coming. You know, they had big games at the end of the year. So there should be at least one big game, first party or third party exclusive for these consoles. Actually, Microsoft does have it. They have Sunset Overdrive. So that looks to be their big game. I don't know yet. It's a new IP. I'm hoping, you know, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a cool game. But Sony especially, you know, they have their, you know, historically they have a better first party first-party development team. So they should have a big first-party game coming out this holiday, and they don't.
See, what satisfies me with the PS4 is the games that I was blown away by that I know that is coming. It is third-party, but I want to play Evolve. I want to play Far Cry 4. I thought those games looked great, you know, but exclusive-wise, I'm not happy with Sony. You know, I'm going to have to wait till 2015. The Order's what I want to really play, but it's not coming this year. That's kind of a big disappointment for me. What I've seen of it, I liked. You know, it blew me away, but it's not coming this year. Uncharted will be good, too, but it's not coming this year.
Hopefully.
But see, third party I knew was going to have a good year this year. Far Cry, what I've seen of Far Cry was amazing. But the Rainbow Six is what really blew me away. I don't think Rainbow Six is coming this year though, right? I don't think so.
No, it don't look like it.
Yeah, but the two games I really want is the Far Cry and the one I want more than that is the Evolve. I just think that looks great. The online multiplayer, and the story looks like it's gonna be cool too. But and then you got Destiny. I want to play that. I like first-person shooters a lot. But Nintendo really got me where, you know, I know their games are coming, and I have to give it. I think that from what I've seen, I'll have a final judgment Sunday. But from right now, what I've seen, I did see Sony's whole conference, and I saw pretty much almost Microsoft's whole conference. I wasn't impressed with the CGI trailer of Halo. To me, Halo is dead. After Halo 3, I was done with Halo. I think Halo 2 is one of the best games ever. It started the whole online multiplayer thing for me. I was really good at that game, but after Halo 3, I was out of it. I don't think I'll ever get sucked back into Halo. I don't see it happening. But yeah, great conference for Nintendo. I appreciate you guys joining. Anything else you got?
I don't know, but go ahead.
Nah, nothing on my end. I'm pretty cool. I'm satisfied of what Nintendo actually showed. So I mean, they did an excellent job. You know, they brought games, and they know that's what people are looking for. Plus, the Wii U owners are looking for also. So they just trying to get more people to just buy the system. They trying to bring the games. You know what I'm saying? Just buy the system.
Yeah, that's right. I have to say that after all the hate and all the bad mouthing and saying that this direct format is stupid idea and Nintendo's not going to be at E3 and all this dumb nonsense, I feel like Nintendo proved that their direction, this digital event, this direct format is the best way to go. And I think I feel like we're going to see the other two companies follow suit, not next year, within the next couple of years.
Yeah, they will. I believe Sony will probably be the first one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's pretty. The whole digital event's almost like watching E3. It's like when we watch Sony's conference, we're watching I'm watching it on the PlayStation 4, the app. It's like I'm tuning into my Wii U to watch the digital event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see,
same thing.
Here's the thing. When I watched Microsoft conference, they talked about Master Chief Halo Collection. This is what you heard. Woo! Yeah, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody jump up in the air, click their heels and all that, man? They just said, woo, yeah. That was it. And she was waiting like, I ain't gonna get no more. Ooh, yeah.
I find it funny that most of the cheering was for old games.
Forza 5 or Forza Horizon 2 or whatever it is, that is coming out this year, I think.
Yeah.
It is like 1,000 players online. I actually did play one of the Forzas. I'm not that impressed with Forza. They didn't show the Gears of War like that's the big game for Microsoft that I do like is Gears of War, and they didn't reveal that. So the Microsoft's conference had nothing really that made me want to run out and buy an Xbox. I'm a Sony guy and Nintendo. I used to love Microsoft. I was more into the original Xbox than anything. 360 with the Rings of Death that's got me away from Microsoft, but nothing during their conference really got me where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go out and buy a Xbox One. It wasn't like that at all, and I don't think I think they're gonna have a little wait too, just like Sony with their anything really good that's gonna come out. Like did you see the whole Dead Rising remix arcade edition? What did they call that game? It had like a long name. It was like, and they're like, it's available now. I'm like, oh man. I was like,
yeah, that was crazy. The super ultra mega dunk something.
EX Plus.
Yeah.
They're making fun of the
it was like
Street Fighter thing.
It was called the Dead Rising Super Ultra Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha, available now. And they're like, you could have power-ups, bonus stages, Capcom's 31st anniversary, all the Capcom characters. I didn't. You know what game actually looked cool on the Xbox was that one where you can create your own levels and stuff. It's kind of like you're creating a video game. Project Spark. I thought that was kind of cool. They showed that last E3. I think it was kind of cool. The one thing from Sony that I did like was that what was it? It was that I think it was called Let It Die or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Let It Die, but it was that Bloodborne. That was the one I did like of them that I didn't expect them to have. That was a something I didn't expect from Sony. I guess the Siphon Filter rumor was not true. you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Nate said, and this is what I was. Nate, the reason why Nate jumped into the podcast tonight is because he left me a message today. You know, he did a video, Nintendo fans, you ready? That's what he said. And he said, and he was talking about Sony. You know, Sony's was just terrible, pretty much in his own words, and Nintendo's gonna win it and everything else. And I wrote, I really don't think Sony's E3 was that bad. I don't get where you think they were copying Nintendo. Also, where do you get Sony has been doing the same thing for 10 years? And I wrote, anyways, I just can't agree with you on that, what you said when it comes to Sony, but that's what makes everyone different. Can't agree always, LOL, just saying. Then Nate goes to me. You got exposed, Dave. Nintendo just owns Sony and Microsoft. Anyway, it's my thoughts on the E3, and Nintendo just took the gold. And the show from everyone, and he put LOL, it's great to be a Nintendo fan and gamer. And then he writes, and I'm not attacking you, so don't go attacking me. I'm just saying Zelda and Star Fox, dude, it's over. And he exposed me for, you know, he says, you got exposed, Dave. Nintendo just owned Sony. I didn't get exposed when I still have my Wii U. You got exposed, Nate, for selling your Wii U for the third time when these games are about to drop. So, that's all I have to say about that. But, yeah, me and Nate go back and forth sometimes. But, yeah, I appreciate you joining, Mr. T, and Old Dirty. I'll be doing the podcast Sunday. Old Dirty will be there. Mr. T, if you want, well, you can join too, buddy, anytime. I appreciate it. Your help lately and your support. I really do appreciate it.
Oh no, man! I enjoy these podcasts. You know, I love wrapping it up with other gamers, and you know.
Yeah.
Well, we're like usually we'll have RXL in here and Wolfflow. They're both Sony guys, you know. But RXL has a Nintendo too. Now he did troll Nintendo for a year, so I don't understand all that, but.
It's funny because RXL's always been a Nintendo fan. It's just like he's always he always a troll. Because I remember he don't know I know this, but I remember he was doing videos early on, and he was doing videos from his 3DS camera. So
yeah, he's a Nintendo fan. He just goes from different. Now he's trolling the casual gamer. He's a really cool guy. He's like you. You guys help me out a lot. I appreciate everything. You know, Arxel's a great guy, but he's a Nintendo fan. He don't hate on Nintendo, but he did troll Nintendo for a year. Because he had me when he came out with that video saying he's getting a Wii U or had the Wii. I think he already had the Wii U or something. You know, he showed off his Wii U. I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, I'm getting the Super Mario 3D World strategy guide too. Like he got that too in the video, and I'm like, you know, I was just shocked. You know, he's going on Nintendo for a year, but he's a great troll. You know, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what were you saying, Mr. T?
No, I'm just saying, yeah. He like to have some fun. That's all.
Yeah. But that's what I like about the podcast. Everybody that's in this podcast is like, you know, a fan. We don't have any Microsoft like fanboys really. But you know, I want to get somebody in here from Microsoft. You know, anybody that if I run across somebody who wants to join this Microsoft, you know, a lot of Sony and Nintendo guys I talk to. So
hey, we can get Crappy Gamer in here.
Yeah, get Crappy Gamer in here. But yeah, it's another show of the Dave's Had Enough, episode 6. I appreciate everybody for viewing. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you again, Mr. T.
Thank you for having me, fools.
And thank you, Old Dirty, for joining me again.
No problem, man. Enjoy it.
All right.